And new tonight, it looks like the fallout is really just starting from the dismissed involuntary manslaughter case against the actor Alec Baldwin. His team says they now plan to sue. Judge Mary Marlowe Sommer threw the case out after agreeing the prosecution withheld evidence about the potential source of that live ammunition.
Now we know Baldwin's attorneys put Special Prosecutor Carrie Morrissey along with Santa Fe County Sheriff Adon Mendoza on notice earlier this week. So Baldwin's attorneys basically mailed these preservation notices to Morrissey and Mendoza. Here's what that basically means. They instructed them to save all evidence, emails, text messages, and any other relevant information in this case.
I felt ethically I made the right decision, and it wasn't easy, but I had to do it.
So that was former Special Prosecutor Erlinda Johnson. We spoke to her last night on the Night Beat. She resigned just hours before a judge dismissed the entire case against Baldwin for good. Johnson says she felt something was off a day before that decision when Baldwin's attorneys started questioning a crime scene technician. She claims that's the first time she ever learned about a man named Troy Teske who turned in ammo during Rust armorer Hannah Gutierrez Reed's trial back in February. Now, Teske told investigators that live ammo he turned in was part of a batch he believed was possibly given to Gutierrez Reed for the Rust movie. But investigators testified they, along with lead Special Prosecutor Carrie Morrissey, put that ammo under a different case file and never turned it over to Baldwin's team.
I think the larger issue, the overarching issue, was disclosure, and that making those bullets available to the defense and disclosing that report was really the issue.
Johnson says she was pushing Morrissey during lunch on this past Friday to drop the charges overall against Baldwin. That didn't happen, so Johnson made the decision to resign.
I haven't seen anything quite like this, where the state intentionally puts key potential evidence in another file under another file name, and essentially hides it from the defense.
Well, that was the reaction from the attorney for armorer Hannah Gutierrez Reed following the judge's decision to dismiss the case against Baldwin.
Jason Bowles, of course, now he has filed a motion requesting a new trial or for the case against Hannah Gutierrez Reed to just be thrown out.
Your motion to dismiss with prejudice is granted.
That ruling from Judge Mary Marlowe Sommer in the trial of actor Alec Baldwin is key to the new motion filed on behalf of Hannah Gutierrez Reed. She's currently serving an 18-month prison sentence after a jury convicted her of involuntary manslaughter. But her attorneys now say there were severe and ongoing violations of rules on the disclosure of evidence by prosecutors. Some of it we've heard because it came out during Baldwin's trial.
There are 45 cartridges.
They're from the set?
No.
Okay.
The so-called Teske bullets were turned into Santa Fe County deputies during Gutierrez Reed's trial earlier this year. They were not on the set of Rust, and they were given a separate case number and filed completely away from the evidence in the Rust trial. Baldwin's defense never got that ammo and were able to successfully argue prosecutors hid evidence.
If this conduct does not rise to the level of bad faith, it certainly comes so near to bad faith as to show signs of scorching.
Gutierrez Reed's defense knew about those bullets, but they say because the state didn't retrieve them and test them before trial, they couldn't use them. Her lawyers also argue prosecutors failed to turn over a pretrial interview with prop supplier Seth Kinney from Albuquerque, along with a report from Lucian Haig, who tested the gun at a state lab following FBI tests. They also claim there's possibly 900 pages worth of material related to Haig and another witness they did not get before trial. Her lawyers say Gutierrez Reed should get out of jail and she should get a new trial or have her case dismissed.
Of course, you can bet this is really just the start of all the fallout from this dismissed trial. KOB and KOB.com are your source for all the latest detail.